All right, here is the last night of the Airbnb in Japan, in Tokyo, Japan. And this is what it looks like after pretty much packing and cleaning up the place before we check out tomorrow morning. So I just want to comment on what I learned staying at this basically a one bedroom apartment in Japan. So as you can see, this is the hallway, and we put basically all our luggage here, um, and that's about it. So in order to walk by, I have to now slide over. So one thing I realized is going through this narrow hallway is quite difficult if there's two people. You gotta walk around each other, and in order not to like fall or slip from this luggage, you gotta grab onto each other to basically slide by. And as you can see, here's a coat rack, which is pretty nice. I will definitely incorporate this into my American life. There's a mirror over there too, which is useful, but it's good that it's not pointing at us and instead pointing towards the hall, so you can look at yourself before you leave. Next, you'll see this dirty shoe area. You're supposed to take off your shoes there and put it into this small shoe rack inside here, which unfortunately doesn't accommodate too many shoes, but that's traditional to put in there and then put on some slippers. Unfortunately, we just end up putting trash bags there because we had to toss the trash, and we just leave our shoes here. So before we cleaned up and packed our items, we actually have more shoes here for the week, of course. And over here, you'll see recycling bins. They're very environmental friendly. Every day they take out trash based on the different day. Then it's a different item, such as plastic bottles, which you have to remove the label and caps before you can recycle that. And then that plastic bottle cap and wrapper goes into a separate plastic only section, which is like your like I mentioned, plastics and like anything plastic based, you would combine them. Then you have your combustibles, which is like your you diapers and soiled napkins and compost. And then there is, oh, that one's the combustibles or not combustibles. So that would be like maybe paper, I guess. There's a day where they only take paper. So because we've been here during New Year's New Year's, the trash doesn't get the trash pickup doesn't occur. So we just actually accumulated everything and saved it. We're just saving it at this point, and we'll figure that out tomorrow. So here's the bathroom, a Japanese bathroom, which is from some YouTube videos we realized is actually quite large. You got your hand washing area, which looks pretty nice, but it becomes small after you get used to it. U.S. standards looks nice, but once you actually start doing things, it's pretty small. Then you have your toilet. This one is not one of those Japanese ones with buttons. So I guess because it's the Airbnb, they decided to go with the basic one. And then over here, you have your assorted toilet paper. So that's pretty good. You can account for 5 rolls, which is nice to have. I will definitely try to find one of these and incorporate that into my U.S. living. Next, we have another one of those coat rack now for towels instead. So I like that also. And then what's interesting here is the shower room. So it's actually a shower slash bathroom. I just finished showering, so it's moist in here. But as you can see, you can have a soak tub here, and then you can have your showering area here. For most Japanese people, they don't actually use the second placement. They actually use the first one and then squat down right here, and then they would just shower while squatting. And then as you can see, they would just look at themselves in a mirror to basically clean themselves, and then afterwards they take a bath in the soak tub. So it might be the opposite way around. They might soak themselves first and then take a bath to clean themselves off. So what's interesting about this thing is it's got ventilation and it's fully enclosed. So you can just close this up and seal yourself in. So that's pretty nifty. they mentioned that this is also earthquake safe. So if you were to encounter an earthquake, you would quickly just run into here and basically see yourself in here. So if anything comes and collapses, I guess you're pretty much safe inside the bathroom. One thing I noticed is you see this nice floral or this nice design, pretty modern pattern on the that's throughout the walls. It's pretty nice, right? So I started analyzing it while I was in here. So you'll notice that this is actually foam. This is all foam, right? So what I like to do is a fingernail test, and I could just carve myself a pattern here. So I just carve myself a pattern because it's foam. So that's something interesting. So that's the bathroom, and this is pretty nice looking, right? All these trims and stuff like that. But it's actually really hollow. There's nothing in there. It's all hollow. The quality of this stuff is ultra lightweight. Looks nice, but not plastic. Plastic. Everything's plastic. This thing's plastic too. Single use. They're designed, with limited lifespan, but super modern. Even these hardwood floors, if probably plastic wood floors. Next, let's go to the kitchen area. So this dining table here, quite efficient. Here's these chairs, which you can actually put in underneath this table. In here, pretty compact. It's probably folds down too to save more space, but this is how it came, and we just left it like that. But one thing bad is these things really feel painful while sitting for long. It's not really most ergonomic. All right, so here we are at the kitchen area, which again in the before looks super clean and really useful, but later on you realize it's a limited space. This is actually pretty big too. When watching some other YouTube videos, they said they didn't have an area to cut their food, and Janice was actually able to prepare some spaghetti and other meals here, so definitely functional, but unlike America. And here is the range hood, which does an adequate job of sucking up the fumes, but it could be because this place is so small, it just sucks everything away. I don't know. And here we are. This thing is quite handy, this drying rack. Very efficient use of space. Something I think I'll incorporate into my American living also. You can basically put your dishes there to dry. I ended up just laying out my medication here just because I didn't have that many space elsewhere. So over here we see the kitchen, the refrigerator. I really like this bottom tier because what we do is we just ended up putting our food scraps in here and just freeze it up. So this is basically just a garbage can. That's pretty nice too. And then you have your microwave and your toaster oven. Now we actually used all these items. I used this to microwave some stuff at the supermarket. And you see, the bad thing is you definitely don't want to keep anything here. We're packing, leaving tomorrow, so we have our essentials right here, so we just grab it and go. Sanitation wipes, that kind of stuff, because you can't actually open it. So what you end up doing is you start moving all these things up to the next tier. So this is the optimal place to put all your items. Or you can just use the pantry up here, but or the storage cabinets, which I didn't realize. Something else that's nice is this light down here. Makes it nice and bright. And the reason why you need all these lights is because there's no windows here. There's no windows. It's like you're in a basement. As a matter of fact, my basement in Oakland is probably larger than this area, but there's no windows except for in the bedroom. Then there's like a patio window that slides, but otherwise it's quite dark in here. And what else? Oh, so what we actually went to the patio, and in the back there's actually like a washer, no dryer, just a washer, and we wash our clothes. And what we ended up doing is hang dry our clothes with this hanging rack right in this area right here, and then you have to basically squish by if you want to walk away. So that's something we learned. Other things that's interesting. Well, you have this intercom system that you can look outside. So that's cool. And oh, this is the instant hot water boiler. You basically press it and you have hot water throughout the system. So it's probably one of those instant hot water heaters. All right, next let's go to the bedroom. So over here you'll see the bedroom, and there's the TV. There's two twin size beds that we opted for, and it's a good thing because I got sick, so I ended up just sleeping here for 24 hours straight. In this bedroom area is the TV, a 24-inch Panasonic TV, which is quite small, but apparently has Blu-ray player, so you can watch your Blu-ray disc, which the person that gave us the key specifically mentioned. Then we have a heater here. This heater is really useful. It just heats up the whole room. Without this, or the whole house, without this it would be super cold. And actually one thing you'll notice throughout this house is there's a lot of Panasonic items, like these lights, Panasonic. Everything throughout the house is actually Panasonic. And over here is the closet. Very small closet, but as you can see, you can't open it up. You can't open it up. So I guess you basically, this is the maximum you can open it up and put your clothes in. There's a vacuum, ironing board, steamer. It's it has everything you need to live your life. Speaking about Panasonic, I noticed even these doors have this clicker. So that's pretty cool, just click it. Even the doors are Panasonic. So it makes me wonder, Panasonic does a lot of things. Panasonic. So yep, that's basically the house we stayed in for over a week. And that's my thoughts after 1 week. You actually get used to this space. You don't mind it too much. You get used to it. So I guess people adapt quite quickly.